Ram Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Ram
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 Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Krishna 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 Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram 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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Krishna Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Sunday. It is the 10th of November. It is Kartika Masa, Damodara Masa, Shukla Paksham, and Navami Tithi. So there is one event in the calendar, in the Vaishnava calendar. So today it is the Jagaddatri Puja. So this is the worship of goddess Durga Devi. So from IskanDevaki.com, the festival is predominantly observed in Bengal, where they worship Mother Durga in various forms at different times of the year. Mother Durga has hundreds of names according to her various pastimes, such as Durga for killing the demon Durga. Some of her famous names are Ambar, Chandamsi, uh, Vaglarmukhi, Kali, Kali, Jagadhatri, etc. So there are many other forms. So this is worship of uh, throughout the country, throughout the world. People celebrate Durga Devi Puja in different names. So that is about the so here. Uh, in the Brahma Samhita, Srushti Siti Pranaya Sadhana Siktareka, Chaya Vyasya Bhunani Vibhatti Durga, Ichanurupam Api Yasya Cha Cheshtate Sa Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So Goddess Durga, she creates, maintains and destroys by the will of the Supreme Lord. Ichanurupam Api Yasya Cha Cheshtate Sa. All her activities according to the will of the Supreme Lord. So that is Goddess Durga's puja. So there are so many, and also she carries out all her activities so that conditioned souls are just always kept within the material universe. This is a very thankless task, but still she is the mother to everyone. But whoever is taking the shelter of lotus feet of Krishna, then Durga Devi releases them from this material universe. They are not belonging to here. This is padam padam yad vipadam natesham. This material world, it is full of troubles. So it is not for the devotees. Devotees are meant to live in the Vaikuntha planets or Goloka planet. Okay, so that is about the Durga Devi Puja. So Durga Devi is carrying out so much of activities on behalf of Krishna for Srishti Siti Pralaya Sadhana. Okay, that is about the events for today. So we shall quickly move into our daily Srimad-Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad-Bhagavatam, so Sukadeva Goswami speaking to Parikshit Maharaj. So about the Brahma. So Brahma, as soon as he was emanated from the lotus flower, so he was sitting in the lotus flower and thinking that what is the source of this lotus flower and how do I create? So, likewise, he was thinking. So Adidevo Jagatam Paro Guruhu Swadhisnya Mastai Sisruksha Yakshatam Tam na Jagachad Tam na Jagachad Drushamatra Sammatam Prapanch Nirmana Vidiryaya Bhavet. So he is the Brahma is the Adidevo Jagatam Paro Guruhu. He is the uh, spiritual master. Jagatam Paro Guruhu. First spiritual master in this, or first living entity as well. Swadhisnya Mastaya. he is sitting in the lotus flower and then thinking, Sisruksha Ekshita, how do I create? And Prapanch Nirmana Vidir Yaya Bhave, how do I create this world? And likewise, Sachintayan Dvaksharam Ekada Ambasi. So when he was thinking, Sachintayan Dvi Aksharam Ekada Ambasi, there are two letters, once upon a time, Ambasi in the water. Sachintayan Dvi Aksharam Ekada Ambasi. Upashunod Vihi Gaditam Vacho Vibuhu. Two times those two letters were two times those were spoken. Those are the tha and pa. So they are sparsheshu yet shodasham ekavimsham. They are the sparsha letters. They are 16th letter and 21th letter. Shodasham ekavimsham. Nishkinchananam drupa yad dhanam viduhu. So when those two letters are combined together called tapa, so that is the wealth of the renounced order of life. Nishkinchananam drupa yad dhanam viduhu. Dhanam viduhu. Dhanam is the wealth. So likewise, people viduhu, who is the learned man, they understand that tapasya is the wealth of the renounced order of life. So which gives the eternal Sudyajasmat Brahmasokyam Tvadantam. That tapasya gives that much Brahmasokyam Tvadantam. So when Brahma was thinking in such a way, after hearing these two letters, and he was watching in all directions. Who spoke these words? Is there anyone here apart from me? I am sitting here in the lotus flower. Is there anyone else? Likewise, he was thinking, but he could not see anyone there. And then again, so by the time when he went into the water and through the stem and to search if there is anyone nearer to the lotus flower, but he could not see anyone. And then once again he returned back to the lotus flower, and then he engaged himself in the tapasya. So likewise, Parikshit is saying to, Sukadeva Goswami is saying to Parikshit Maharaj. So we are in the Srimad-Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter 9 and verse number 7. निशम्य तद्वक्तृ दिदृक्षयादिशो विलोक्य तत्र अन्यद् अपश्यमानः स्वदिष्ण्यमास्ताय विमृश्य तद्हितं तपसि उपादिष्ट इवाददे मनः निशिम्य तद्वक्तृ दिदृक्षयादिशो. And so as soon as he heard those two letters, tha, pha, nishamya, tadvakturu, vakturu is the person who spoke those words. Tadvakturu didrukshaya disho, and looking for that person in all, Brahma looking in the all directions. Disho, in all directions. Vilokya, in order to find him. Vilokya. Tatra anyat, but Tatra in that place, anyat, no other person. Apasyamanaha, he could not find any other person. Apasyamanaha. Vilokya Tatra anyat apasyamanaha. Brahma could not find any person there, but he has heard those letters, tapa. And then what he did? Swadishnyamastaya vimrushya tadhitam. Swadishnyam on his lotus seat. Astaya, he returned back and he sit in his own position. Swadishnyamastaya vimrushya, thinking tadhitam, that is the welfare of, only for his welfare. The sound which has heard by Brahma tapa, the tapasya, it is only for his goodness. In such a way he is thinking tadhitam. So, and he was sitting in only one place. Swadishnyamastaya vimrushya tadhitam tapasi upadishta ivadade manaha. Tapasi upadishtaha. In pen, he was as he was instructed, upadishtaha tapasi, to engage himself in the penance. Iva, in pursuance of that, adade manaha. So those instructions are given in the manaha, in the attention. Manaha is the attention here. And adade, So those instructions are given to Brahma in his heart itself. So whatever Brahma has heard, he was thinking that it is only for my well-being. Likewise, he thought, and then he engaged himself in the tapasya. Tapasyupadishta ivadade manaha. So in the beginning of Bhagavatam also, Tene Brahma Hrudaya Adi Kavaye. So the Lord instructed Brahma in the heart. So here, this is Adade Manaha in his heart. Those instructions are given that it is for your well-being only. Nishimya tadvaktu vidrukshayadisho vilokya tatra anyad apasyamanaha swadishyamastaya vimurshya tadhitam tapasi upadista ivadade manaha. The translation for this was, when he heard the sound, he tried to find the speaker, searching on all sides. But when he was unable to find anyone besides himself, he thought it wise to sit down on his lotus seat firmly and give his attention to the execution of penance as he was instructed. And purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so can I request any unallocated devotees to read this purport, please? Asha Mataji, would you like to read the purport?
To achieve success in life, one should follow the example of Lord Brahma, the first living creature in the beginning of creation. After being initiated by the Supreme Lord to execute tapasya, he was fixed in his determination to do it. And although he could not find anyone besides himself, he could rightly understand that the sound was transmitted by the Lord himself. Brahma was the only living being at that time because there was no other creation and none could be found there except himself. In the beginning of the first canto, in the first chapter, first verse of the Srimad-Bhagavatam, it has already been mentioned that Brahma was initiated by the Lord from within. The Lord is within every living entity as the super soul, and he initiated Brahma because Brahma was willing to receive the initiation. The Lord can similarly initiate everyone who is inclined to have it. As already stated, Brahma is the original spiritual master for the universe. And since he was initiated by the Lord himself, the message of Srimad-Bhagavatam is coming down by disciplic succession. And in order to receive the real message of Srimad-Bhagavatam, one should approach the current link or spiritual master in the chain of disciplic succession. After being initiated by the proper spiritual master in that chain of succession, one should engage himself in Brahma. One should engage himself in the discharge of tapasya in the execution of devotional service. One should not, however, think himself on the level of Brahma to be initiated directly by the Lord from inside, because in the present age, no one can be accepted to be a pure as Brahma. The post of Brahma to officiate in the creation of the universe is offered to the most pure living being. And unless one is so qualified, one cannot expect to be treated like Brahmaji directly. But one can have the same facility through unalloyed devotees of the Lord. Through scriptural instruction, as revealed in the in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam especially, and also through the bona fide spiritual master available to the sincere soul. The Lord himself appears as the spiritual master to a person who is sincere in heart about serving the Lord. Therefore, the bona fide spiritual master who happens to meet the sincere devotee should be accepted as the most confidential and beloved and who is sincere in heart about serving them, confidential and beloved representative of the Lord. If a person is posted under the guidance of such a bona fide spiritual master, it may be accepted without any doubt that the desiring person has achieved the grace of the Lord.
Thank you, Mataji. So here in this purport, Prabhupada is explaining about the Brahma. So he is the first living creature. So there is no one except Brahma only. This is the way of, he has received instructions, the tapasya, and it is for the tadhitam, for his well-being. So he understands that one. Because that is the only thing he could do. Bhagavan Shabda Gocharaha. Otherwise, Lord can be understood only through the sound vibrations. That is the source for this universe. First, in the beginning, everything this universe have come from the sound. And here, after being initiated by the Supreme Lord to execute tapasya, he was fixed in his determination to do it, and although he could not find anyone beside himself. So once we receive the instructions, in the Srimad-Bhagavatam, in the beginning, Sloka Goswami says, Tashraddhana munayo jnana vairagyuktaya pasyanti atmani chatmanam bhaktya shruta gruhitaya. So one has to seriously uh, understand this spiritual knowledge from the bona fide. Tashraddhana munayo jnana vairagyuktaya, by cultivating jnana vairagya yuktaya. And this knowledge, where should he learn from? Bhaktya Shruta Gruhitaya. Shruta Gruhitaya. So whatever he has heard from the Vedanta Shruti, Shruta Gruhitaya. So once the Shrutis means the Vedas, they are to be heard through the ears. Once we hear that sound vibrations, and there should be activities for us to carry out. Bhaktya Shruta Gruhitaya. So in the disciplic succession, one who is hearing from the bona fide, as soon as he hears that, it is authenticated, and he has to take it and carry out those activities. Tapasya. So now here, Brahma, after hearing these words, and he executed himself. He is kind of a model, pramana for all of us. So he could rightly understand that sound was transmitted by the Lord himself. Brahma was the only living being at that time because there was no other creation and none could be found there except himself. This is a similar kind of situation when Narada Muni, after when in his previous life as the son of maidservant, he has served those Bhakti Vedantists. And then when they were leaving from that place in those after Chaturmasi period, they have instructed the knowledge jnanam sakshat bhagavatoditam, the knowledge which is actually directly spoken by the Lord. They have given it to the little boy, 5 years old boy, though he is a child who is self-controlled. He is adruta kredanake, and dhante, he is self-controlled and he is not interested to play. Alpa bhashini, so these are the good qualities, and he got an opportunity to serve the Vedantis, and he received that knowledge. After that, his mother was bitten by a snake in the night when she was trying to go for milking the cows. And then later on, the boy, 5 years old boy, his thoughts are thinking, so I have got this attachment, strong attachment that is also now gone. Now I am free. In such a way, Narada's thinking it was like that. And then he departed so many villages, crossed so many villages, forests, and everything. And then he came to a place, and there, sitting in a position under a tree, and started thinking of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as he has heard from the Bhakti Vedantists. Actually, this is Bhakta Shruta Gruhitaya, and then immediately with the love towards the Lord, and the tears is flowing from his eyes. As soon as, and then in such a way, when he was in deep love and devotion, the Lord has appeared in front of him. Due to the tears in his eyes, he could not see himself and also the Lord. But by the time he comes to his normal senses, the Lord has disappeared from that position. And then he was crying and crying that I could not see and I could not see the Lord properly. And then the Lord spoke through the sound vibrations. And then by thinking that, yes, Lord says that you would not see me in this life anymore. So because until one is completely purified himself, no one can see me. And now you engage yourself in the tapasya. And then Narada Muni, even the 5 years old child, so he engaged himself, glorifying the Lord, engaged himself in tapasya. Wherever he goes, only singing about the Lord. That is Bhaktashvata Gruhitaya. So here, Brahma, he rightly understand, and the sound was transmitted by the Lord himself. So Lord is uh, in this age of Kalikale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatara. He is in the name. So as soon as we chant, the Lord is in our tongue. We are associating with the Lord. And here we are very fortunate to receive this knowledge through our bona fide disciplic succession. So in the beginning of the first canto, here in the Srimad-Bhagavatam, it is also mentioned that Brahma was initiated by the Lord. Tene Brahma Hrudaya Adikavaye. He received that knowledge in the heart itself. The Lord is within the every living entity as the super soul, and he initiated Brahma because Brahma was willing to receive this initiation. That's why he has performed all the tapasya. So tapasya is the wealth. That's why it is the wealth of the renounced order of life. And Lord can similarly initiate everyone who is inclined to have it. So that is, who is inclined to the desire. One should have a strong desire to have the Lord. Okay, and then as already stated, Brahma is the original spiritual master for the universe. So this is the known fact to everyone. And he was initiated by Lord himself. And we also see Brahma Samhita where he has glorified Ishvara Paramaha Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. So that one is also gives so much of information about the Lord and the universal creation, how it is maintained, who are the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, Karnadak Sai Vishnu, and Kshirodak Sai Vishnu, and then Durga Devi, or position of Lord Shankara, position of Durga Devi, and how this universe is carried out, activities are carried out. Likewise, Brahma Samhita gives all the details in a summary form. And then further here, the message of Srimad-Bhagavatam is coming down by disciplic succession. This is Idam Bhagavatam, Nam Puranam, Brahma Samhitam, Brahmane Bhagaproktam, Brahma Kalpa Upagate. The Lord spoke this Srimad-Bhagavatam to Brahma. Prabhagavatam. He spoke. The real message of Srimad Bhagavatam, one should approach the current link or the spiritual master. So we are in the unbroken link. This is Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Guru Parampara, unbroken link. There are so many sampradayas, they had got broken and deviated. But the message of God, which is not adulterated, which is not changed, that is the bona fide. After being initiated by proper spiritual master in that chain of succession, one should engage himself in discharge of tapasya in the execution of devotional service. So one should not, however, think himself on the level of Brahma to be initiated directly by the Lord. So there are many people think that, so Arjuna got instructions directly from Krishna, Brahma got instructions directly from the Lord. I also wanted to get this knowledge directly from the Lord. Many people may think like that. But unless one is purified himself, they cannot get the Lord. In order to purify himself, he needs to come to the devotees association, chant and engage himself in the austerities and penances and following the regulative principles. It is the Vidhi Bhakti. By that way, so once he purifies from all contamination, then he would be able to see the Lord. Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti. So that is one, then he could see the Lord. And then further, in the present age, no one can be accepted as the pure as Brahma. The post of Brahma is officiate in the creation of the universe is offered to the most pure living being, and unless one is so qualified, one cannot expect to be treated like Brahmaji directly. So we need to be always humble and we need to carry out the duties and purify ourselves. Then Lord will engage us in the right duties. So tam priyamanan samupasitam kavim prajavisarge nijasasanaarhanam. Prajavisarge nijasasanaarhanam. Babasheshat smitasochyagira priyah priyam pritamana kare sprushan. Then Lord will appear to that kind of purified person and he speaks, he touches, he gives handshake, and then that is the priyah priyam, just like act like a priyah, very dearer. And one can have the same facility through unalloyed devotees of the Lord, through the scriptural injunctions. We all can have this Bhagavad Gita, Srimad-Bhagavatam directly through the bona fide representative. Okay, and further, Lord Himself appears as spiritual master to a person who is sincere in heart about serving the Lord. So therefore, bona fide spiritual master who happens to meet the sincere devotee should be accepted as the most confidential, beloved representative of the Lord. So this is for a sincere disciple, the spiritual master comes automatically. The Lord arranges. So if a person is posted under the guidance of such a bona fide spiritual master, it may be accepted without any doubt that the desiring person has achieved the grace of the Lord. So in our disciplic succession, if we see Prabhupada and the meeting of Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, it happens by what? By the mercy of the Lord. A pure souls are coming together and they immediately catch the Guru finds the disciple, disciple finds the Guru. He is my Guru, and disciple, Guru also thinks he is my disciple. Likewise, sometimes we say spiritual master accepted this particular as his disciple, and this disciple has accepted this person as the spiritual master. So in such a way, we see those words in our Guru Parampara when Prabhupada was is explaining in the books about Guru Parampara. So this is all bona fide. Okay, so likewise, Prabhupada is explaining in this purport. So here, Sukadeva Goswami saying to Parikshit Maharaj, निशिम्य तद्भक्तुर्जिदृक्षयादिशो विलोक्य तत्र अन्यद् अपश्यमानः स्वदिष्ण्यमास्ताय विमृश्य तद्हितं तपसि उपादिष्ट इवाददे मनः. So one has to sit in his own position. This is called स्वदिष्ण्यानाम् एकदेशे मनसा प्राणधारणं वैकुण्ठलीला अभिध्यानं समाधानं तदात्मनः. So one has to sit in one particular position and keep thinking about the Vaikuntha Leela Abhidhyanam. That is called Samadhanam Tadatmanaha. That is Samadhanam. Here Brahma is Padishyamasthaya Vimbrusha Tadhitam. He is now situated in one place. Okay, so that is from the Srimad-Bhagavatam. Okay, we are at 7 o'clock now. So today, Damodarastakam. By Ramlala, I requested Ramlala Prabhuji, but Prabhuji has not turned up or not responded. Okay, so can I request Sharanya Mataji's Prabhu, Nimai Prabhuji, if he is available to do the Damodarastakam? Sharanya Mataji. Yes, am I audible to everyone?
Yes, Prabhu, you are.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Okay, so if Prabhuji is not available, then any volunteers, or I shall do this one then.
Shall I, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, please. And
I'm.
please kindly turn on the videos, Gil and offering.
Yeah, well. Okay. 1 minute, I'm gonna get it. Oh dear. Okay. Will you be able to see that?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, I will. I will.
Okay.
Actually, I wouldn't be able to see the words then. Can I use my phone?
Yes, Mataji, as you
1
wish.
minute. I use my phone to. How do I make it bigger?
Zoom in.
Sorry. I just have to get it out. Is somebody else doing it? He cover?
Yes, Mataji.
So I don't need to do it, do I?
I shall sing, Mataji, don't worry.
Or you want to sing? Okay.
Yeah. ओम श्री राधा दामोदर भगवान की जय। नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानं यशोदापियो लोकालाड्डवमानं परामृष्टमत्यन्ततो धृत्य गोप्याम् रुदन्तं मुहुनेत्रयुग्मं रुजन्तं करम्भोजयुग्मेन सातङ्कनेत्रम् मुहुश्वासकं पात्रिरेकाङ्ककण्ठ स्थिताग्रैवं दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् इति दृक्स्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तम् अख्यापायन्तम् तदीयेषिताग्नेषु भक्तैचितत्वं पुनः प्रेमतास्तं शतवृत्तिवन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षवदिं वा न चान्यं गृणेऽहं वरषादपीहम् इदं ते वपुनाद गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्या विराष्टं किं मन्ये इदं ते मुखं भोजम् अत्यन्तनीलै ऋतं कुन्तलैः स्निग्धरक्तैश्च गोप्य मुहुशुम्बितं बिम्बरसादरं मे मनस्या विराष्टं मलं लक्षलभै नमो देवदामोदरानन्त विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजलब्धिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टिवृष्याति दीनं वदानु गृहाणि क्षमामग्नं यदि यक्षदृश्यम् कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धमुद्यैव यत्त्वात् त्वया मोचितौ भक्तिभजौ कृतौ च तदा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकामे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरेऽहम् नमस्तेऽस्तु दाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदराय विश्वस्य दाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रिययै नमो नान्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम् नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नान्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम् नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नान्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम् नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपम् लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानं यशोदाभियो लोकालाब्धवमानं परं रुष्टमत्यन्ततो धृत्य गोप्यम् हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर श्रीराधे जय यशोदा दामोदर यशोदा दामोदर यशोदा दामोदर श्रीराधे हरे कृष्ण जय श्री श्री राधा दामोदर भगवान की जय okay translations to the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose shark shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully singing in the divine realm of Gokula, who I, due to offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her who ran after him with great speed to that Supreme Lord, Sri Damodara, I offer my humble obeisances. Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with three lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord, Sri Damodara, whose belly is bound not with ropes, but with the mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances. by such childhood pastimes. As this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy, and he is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all concepts of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon, which may be obtained by executing the ninth process of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bala Gopala in Vrindavana may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boon besides this? O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair, tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you. O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O my Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me by showering your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of holy sorrows and become visible to my eyes. O Lord Damodara, just as the two sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Alukora, were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby tied with rope to a wooden grinding motor. In the same way, please give to me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes. Shri Shri Radha Damodar Bhagavan ki jai.
Hari Bol. Beautiful, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so that is from Dhammadrastakam. Thank you, Jahnakanya Mataji and Asha Mataji, for kindly turning on the videos for ghee lamp offering to Lord Dhammadra. So that is Dhammadrastakam. So we shall quickly move into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today it is a letter to Gurudasa, May 9th, 1970, Los Angeles. So can I request any volunteer devotees to read this letter, please? Radha Sekha Mataji, would you like to do? Radha Sekha Mataji are available? Or any other devotees, please? Saranya Mataji, Usha Mataji, you want to do?
Okay, Prabhu. My dear Guru Darshan, please accept my blessings. I hope by this time you have received my letter dated 6 May 1970 along with papers, tapes, etc. I have received one letter from Bal Mukund Parikh, the copy of which is enclosed herewith. It is understood that he is introducing something new in the name of teaching Devanagari script. The prayer of the spiritual master as he has quoted has no use for us. It is completely impersonal. This praise immediately must be stopped. Author, this is another thing is he asked me about Aurobindo's estimation. This means that he gradually wants to introduce Aurobindo philosophy. All these things do not sound very nice. Please let me know what is the necessity of learning Devanagari script. We are translating all our books, Srimad-Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Brahma Samhita, etc. in Roman type. So why you should waste your time in learning Devanagari script? So I am very much anxious to know what is the actual situation, because I can uh, sense that Mr. Parekh wants to introduce something in my absence, which is completely against Krishna consciousness. I hope you will understand me right and reply this letter by written mail. What is the actual situation? Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Swami Sri Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji? Gurudas?
So yes, Prabhupada is writing to Guru Das that he said that he's talking about that one is they talking about the Devanagari script, and he said no, that is it doesn't need to be, and he said he is teaching like the philosophy. So and then his sound is not very nice, but whatever this one is, the prayer he is saying, and he's not. The prayer is also is spiritual master's prayers. Is no use for us. So his whatever introducing new things is not used for us, and that already they are doing the Srimad-Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, Brahma Samhita in Roman type, not like a Devanagari script. So why we wasting our time to do that Devanagari script? And that Prabhupada is anxious to know why, and that he wants to know straight away. You can reply me the letter, and why he's introducing something different is which is completely against for Krishna consciousness. So that I understand, Prabhu. I don't know about why that Devanagari script and Roman type of this one. Please can you explain more bit for the person?
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Nicely explained. Okay, Saranya Mataji, you wanted to add any points to this letter?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah, Mataji has explained everything. So just one thing is that Prabhupada was very conscious about not adulterating or diluting the philosophy which he has given. So Prabhupada was very strict about this. The message should be in disciplic succession, should be received it as the acharyas mentioned previous, just repetition, no additions, no adulteration, nothing. So Prabhupada was very anxious about, and Prabhupada was very strict about that. So Prabhupada was saying like, even if Prabhupada could recognize that something is gonna happen, or someone want to introduce something which is again Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada was immediately writing to them. So this is very important. Prabhupada never wanted to introduce anything else. Prabhupada never tried anything apart from which is coming from Guru Parambara. So that is what is important. Prabhu. We should also be careful when we also speak or preach or something else. So yes, Prabhu, that is what is my takeaway for me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Yes, that is very strong and bold. Thank you, Mataji. Any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to add? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letters. So Bal Mukund Parekh. Not only Bal Mukund, there are so many people coming from the Hindu background. They go to this Navagrahas, that Baba, this demigod, that puja. They do so many things. They will mix everything and they will bewilder. Day to day we see it, and also is the on top of it impersonalists. They also speak like that, and they spread. So here sometimes we also see some when we start in Krishna consciousness, this Krishna consciousness is very solid. There is nothing that we lack in every respect. But people, they learn something here and there and trying to put here and then disturb the audience of Krishna conscious devotees. So I have seen some other post also. So we chant this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, which is in the bona fide in the spiritual discipline section. One of the person, impersonalist person, so he was in another group. He was mentioning Hare Ram and then posted in this. So it would disturb the other devotees because here devotees come here to take Krishna conscious, not for taking impersonalist conceptions. So here we are in the very strong position in every way. We do not need anyone. So here the examples of Arabinda, Radha Krishna, the previous presidents, and Prabhupada used to condemn their philosophies. They're all impersonalists. They do not have proper understanding of Krishna. In the Krishna, he says that yukta asit mat paraha, mat bhaktaha. So number of times it is aham means me, myself. When Krishna addresses these people says that someone is impersonal who is speaking from the body of Krishna. When Krishna is saying uh, Sambhavami Atma Maya, I come here by my internal potency, by myself, and my body is transcendental. These people speak in a different philosophies. Prabhupada condemned that such kind of philosophies number of times. And here in Krishna consciousness, we must strictly abide by the Bhagavad Gita as it is, Bhagavatam as it is, and spiritual master instructions, how to take those instructions from Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. We have got such a purports from Prabhupada, especially. So here, not only Prabhupada, from previous acharyas like Baladev Vidhyabhushana, Sridhara Swami, and also Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura, Narottama Das Thakur, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Dan Saraswati Goswami, they have given immense literatures. Our life is not sufficient to read all of these literatures. But some people, they think that we are simply dancing and doing kirtan. But we have got so much of there is no other sampradaya or people are following like us. In Krishna consciousness, this austerities and penances, waking up early in the morning, 4 o'clock and doing attending Mangalarati and then continuous activities till the 10 o'clock in the night. No other people are following such kind of strict regulative principles, such a pure consciousness. There is nothing. So Prabhupada is always anxious about it, which is completely against the Krishna consciousness, which is Parik wanted to introduce. Okay, so this is the one who should have the firm faith in the Krishna consciousness and the Bhagavad Gita as it is, Bhagavatam, Brahma Samhita as it is, without any mental speculations or hearing here and there and then coming and speaking here. If we are speaking anything, we have to back that statement by the scriptural quotations, Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam or Brahma Samhita, Chaitanya Charitamrita. We need to back it by that verses, quoting that where this conversation is happening, why we are speaking like that. Otherwise, those statements also would not stand. Sometimes, even though we are speaking truth, we have to back it with the scriptural reference. Otherwise, impersonist people, they will come and argue with more strongly. Okay, so that
Hare
is
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
What is the in Aurobindo philosophy?
Aurobindo is I think he was once upon a time, he was also freedom fighter, I think. He was also put up into the jail. And then later, after some time, he realized himself as a impersonal kind of conception, something like that. I have heard from Srila Prabhupada, uh, but it is not bona fide.
Okay.
So there are so many Babas coming and doing some kind of mystic, so with small mystic powers they have acquired and doing some magics, and then innocent people they're attracted. Oh, he is doing very well. It is not that one because this old age and diseases they will come and go. But one has to search for the absolute. That is the which is eternal one, eternal happiness. The body would not try to do only for the pleasure of the bodily things. Okay, those are all achieved simply by the devotional service. तानि सर्वाणि संयम्य युक्तासीत् मत्परः वशे हि यस्य इन्द्रियाणि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता रागद्वेषि विमुक्तैस्तु विषयान् इन्द्रियैश्चरन् वशे हि आत्मवशैः विधेयात्मप्रसादम् अधिगच्छति. So this controlling of the senses, bringing the mind into our control, and atmavasaihi videyatma prasadam adhigacchati. So he would get those kind of eternal happiness. Prasadam is the blessings of Krishna, ultimate perfection. Adhigacchati, who controls the senses through the controlling the senses, tada aparichatma samadyoga bhalena jitva prakritim bhalistam त्वामेव धीराः पुरुषं विशन्ति तेषां श्रमः स्यान्नतु सेवयाते. Those people who go to the lonely places and trying to control with so much of hard labor, क्लेशोद्य कसरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गति दुःखम देहवद्भिर अवाप्यते. So it is very difficult for the materially bodied people to go and engage themselves in the penances, going to the forest, controlling the senses in a lonely place. It is very difficult. Krishna says that one has to worship me. Madhishna darshnas puja sparsha puja suti abhivandanaihi. Come to my deity and touch me, and then worship me, offer your obeisances like that. That is easy for this age of people. While they are engaging in the devotional service, life will go very smoothly. He will experience all these kinds of things mentioned in the Vedas or scriptures or Puranas. Okay, so Prabhupada is always alert and such kind of philosophies are coming here. First of all, we need to hear who is speaking that words. Okay, so Prabhupada is, I hope you will understand me right and reply this letter by return mail. What is the actual situation? So in this one, in our Sangha, we are allowing devotees who speak in the preaching practice session. The minimum qualification, they must be following 4 regulative principles and doing 16 rounds of chanting, and the purity, they will be the speakers, qualified speakers. In our Sangha, Akshbrit Sangha, all devotees are doing that one. That's why they are given chance to speak, learn, preach, preaching, practice the preaching to the devotees. That way, because when they are preaching, they understand the philosophy. The Lord will empower, Lord will give us all the knowledge in their heart. So that is the minimum qualifications we follow. We do not, if someone, we don't bring any singers where they, because they are singing very nicely, but if they are not following rules for regulative principles are not chanting, we do not allow them here, though they are the maybe the world famous singers or something like that, though they are spiritually advanced. We do not want it. We wanted anyone, even though it doesn't matter whether singing nicely or not, but as long as they're following this, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, following 4 regulative principles, that is the minimum requirement to speak to the devotees. Otherwise, if they are engaging some kind of speaking or hosting the programs also, that may not come properly. Even one day also, it is sometimes we say those things. Unless we follow these regulative principles, we may not get things correctly. Purity is the force. Books are the basis. Simple living, our character should be purest, flawless. Charitan anavadhyam. Anavadhyam is flawless character. So like a Krishna, so devotees who are coming to Krishna, they should be flawless. That is the reason all devotees come here, to purify themselves from all kinds of sinful activities. But we should not continue still further. There are sometimes, due to the family circumstances, they are forced to be engaged, but one should not have desires, though they are engaged for time being, but their desires should be always completely pure. Okay, so that is my takeaway and reflections from this letter. Okay, any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to add? Radha Sekha Mataji, you wanted to add any more? Okay, so in that case, that is from the Prabhupada's letter. Okay, so and dear devotees, if you are happy, so today is Sunday. It is the turn of going learning of Srimad-Bhagavatam, verse learning. So last week we have got, so this week we do the Bhagavatam Shloka learning. Okay, so in the Srimad-Bhagavatam, we have been learning this first chapter, first canto, third chapter, where the incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the last session, we have seen the which verse we have learned, dear devotees? Do you remember any? अष्टमे मेरे देव्यां तु नाभेज्जात गुरुक्रमः दर्शनवत्मधिराणं सर्वाश्रयं नमस्कृतम्. Rishabhadeva's incarnation, this verse is learned. ऋषिभिर्याचितो भेजे नवम पाद्यम वपुः दुग्धे मां वोषिदेहि विप्राः तेनायं सबुषत्तमः. This is about the Prithu Maharaj and the prayers of the rishis. So in the ninth incarnation, Prithu Maharaj has appeared. That is the 14th verse. So next, Suta Goswami is saying to the Sonika sages about the 10th incarnation. This is about the Mashyavataram. रूपम सज्जुगृहे मास्यम चाक्षोदि संप्लवे नाव्यारोप्य महिमयम अपाद वैवहितुम मनु. So at the end of the sixth Manvantara, that is the Chakrusha Manvantara, so at the time Samplave, there is inundation. And then the form Rupam Sajjagurhe Masyam, the incarnation of fish. The Lord has accepted the form of a fish. Jagurhe, he accepted that form at the end of the sixth Manvantara. Chakrusha Udadi Samplave. Udadi is the water, Samplave is inundation. And Navyaropya Mahimayam Apad Vaivashutum Manum. So, and before seventh Manvantara starts, Vaivashuta Manvantara is the Manu of this Manvantara. He is the son of the sun god. Navi on the boat, Aropya, so keeping on, Mayam, and the earth was, while the earth was drowned, and then Apat Vaivhitum Manum, and he protected Vaivashita Manu, and who is the father of mankind. Apat Vaivhitum Manum. And Manu, this Vaivashita Manu, he has got those seven sages, and he has collected so many of the grains and also seeds, and the sages, seven sages, all the essential things are kept in the boat. Later on, this boat was tied up to the that fish, Mashavatara. So Masha, that fish has got a very on the head of the fish there is a very golden kind of horn kind of. And then so the Vayushita Manu, he has taken the Vasuki snake and then tied that boat to the head of that horn of a fish. Likewise, the fish has made this boat to float on the inundation, water inundation at the end of the Chakrusha Manvantara. So at the time, the Lord was in the Mashavatara. So this is the verse we are going to learn. Rupam Sajjugrihe Mashyam Chakshushodhi Samplave Navyaropya Mahimayam Apad Vaibhutum Manum. So when there was a complete inundation after the period of the Chakrusha Manu, the whole world was deep within water. The Lord accepted the form of a fish and protected Vaibhuta Manu, keeping him up on a boat. Okay, I request dear devotees kindly take the turns to recite this verse so that we will be able to remember this verse, Mashavataram. So we shall go in the alphabetical reverse order. Can I request Usha Mataji to start? I'll turn on this Devanagari as well. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Yes, Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Rupam Sachakrute Matyam Chakshushodati Samplave Navyaropya Mahimyam Apadevastam Manu Rupam Sachakrute Matyam Chakshushodati Samplave Navyaropya Mahimyam Apadevastam Manu Rupam Sachakrute Matyam Chakshushodati Samplave Navyaropya Mahimyam Apadevastam Manu.
Very nice, Mother. Beautifully recited. Thank you so much. Can I request Radha Sevaka Mataji next, please? If Mataji is available.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, just Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Rupam Sajagrehe Matsyam Chakshusho Dadhi Samplava Navi Aropya Mahimayam Apad Vaishva Swatam Manam Rupam Sajagrahe Matsyam Chakshushodadi Samplave Navi Aropya Mahimayam Apadvaishvashvatam Manam Rupam Sajagre Matsyam Chakshushodadi Samplave Navi Aropya Mahimayam Apadvaishvashvatam Manam.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Mataji. Beautifully recited. This is Manum.
Manam.
Manu. Manu.
Manu.
Yes, Manum. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so can I request next Jahanakanya Mataji, please?
Hare Krishna. Rupam Sajagrihe Matsyam Chakshushodadi Samplave Navya Rupya Mahi Mayam Apadvaivashvatam Manum Rupam Sajagrihe Matsyam Chakshushodadi Samplave Navya Mahimayam Apavaivashvatam Manum Rupam Sajagrihe Matsyam Chakshusodadi Samplave Navya Mahimayam Apadvaivashvatam Manum. Hare Krishna.
Very beautifully recited, Mataji. Thank you so much. Next, can I request Garangi Mataji, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Rupam Sajagrihe Matsyam Chacho Sodadi Samplave Nabhya Aropya Mahatmayam Apad Abhaivatam Manam Rupam Sajagrihe Matsyam चाक्षुषोदधिमप्लवे नाभ्यारोप्यं महिमय्यम् आपादभैवभैतं मनुम् रूपं सजागृहे मत्स्यं चाक्षुषोदधिसम्प्लवे नाभ्यारोप्यं महिमय्यम् आपादभैवभैतं मनुम्. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. And dear devotees, while you are hearing, so kindly in the background, you also keep practicing this one, resetting. Can I request Asha Mataji next, please?
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय रूपं सजग्रहे मह्यं चक्षुषोदधि संभ्रमे नव्यारूपय महिमय्यम् वैश्ववदिं मनु रूपं सजग्रहे मत्स्यं चक्षुषोदधि संभ्रमे नव्यारूप्य महिमायम् वैष्णवदिं मनुं रूपं सजग्रहे मत्स्यं चक्षुषोदधि संभ्रमे नव्यारूपय्य महिमायम् वैश्ववदिं मनुं. Sorry.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So, Rupam Sajjagurhe Matsyam Chakshusha. This is Chakshusha. Chakshusha Vodadi. Vodadi is the water. And Samplave. Chakshusha plus Vodadi. Chakshushodadi. So, this is the words. When we are splitting, Chakshusha plus Vodadi. Chakshushodadi. This is called Gunasandhi. So it is the sandhi's joining of two words. Chakshudi. And then there are some Mahi plus Mayam. There are two words like combining and they will give prolongation. That is Savarna Dirgha Sandhi. Dirgha means it is prolonging. That is the joining two words. And when we split two words, they will come like a normal ones. And when you're joining and combinedly reciting that word, it will come prolonging sound. Okay, so that these are kind of different sandhis, joining of those words. Rupam Sajjagurhe Matsyam Chakshushodadi Samplave Navi plus Aropya Navyaropya. So here Navi, one is separate word, Aropya. So it is split here for the easy and convenience. So if you see here the Sanskrit or the Hindi, Navi Aropya Navyaropya Mahi Mayam. So this is Mahi Mayam when we are combining here. And here Mahi Mayam. This is Mayam, like that. Mahi Mayam. Apad Vaivahita Vaivashvatam Vasvatam Vaivasvata. So it is kind of a tricky. Vaivashvatam. This is the Vaivasvata Manu. Apad and Manum. So here in this one, there are no tricky letters. This is the Jagguruhe. So there is kind of a the sound Jagguruhe. Of course, this is the grammatical way. Jagguruhe Matsyam Chakshushodadi Samplave Navyaropya Mahi Mayam. Here there is a prolonged long A. Mayam. And here on top of I, there is I and Mahi, Mayam, and Apad, Vaivasvatam, Manum. So likewise, very beautifully, Suta Goswami is saying this to Saunakadi sages. Rupam sajjugrihe matsyam chakshushodari samplave navyaropya mahimayam apadvaipitum manu. So now I request dear devotees, kindly take the turns. Can I request Usha Mataji to understand what this first line means?
So, Rupam is a form, Saha, he, Jagruhe, accepted, Matsya, of a fish. So, this is the carnation of the 10th carnation is for Matsya Avtara. And he is a Chakshasamanu, no, the Lord is coming as the incarnation of the Matsya Avtara. Looking at this one, Prabhu. I just, yeah.
Yes, perfect. That is the Lord has accepted the form of a fish. That is the meaning of this first line. Rupam sajjagurhe matsyam. The form of the fish was accepted by the Lord. Rupam. Okay, so sometimes we see Jagurhe, sometimes Jagurhe means accepted in different shlokas also. Jagurhe Paurusham Rupam Bhagavan Mahadadibihi. The first shloka is Jagurhe Paurusham Rupam. The Lord has accepted the first Purusha incarnation, Purusha form, that is Karnodak Sai Vishnu. Jagurhe Paurusham Rupam Bhagavan Mahad Adibihi. So that is in the beginning of this Mahatattva and everything. That is the first incarnation, Karnodak Sai Vishnu. Here, Rupam Sat Jagurhe Matsyam. Matsyam is the form of a fish. Thank you so much, Usha Mataji. So, can I request next Radha Sekha Mataji for the second line, please?
Chakshushodadi samplave. Chakshu, water, samplave, inundation. So, so when the universe was completely underwater, in the period of Jakshua Manu. So the drowning, the earth was underneath water, everything was underneath water. So even now, like we have, most of the earth is full of water, but in this scenario, everything, including the land, was underwater. So before the incarnation of Matsyadev came to save us and the knowledge. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. So that is the Chaksha Udadi Samplave. So the three words they give. Yes, Mataji, you beautifully explained. So in before the earth was more inundated, the fish was appeared to this Satyavrata. His name is also Satyavrata. He is the Vaivashvata Manu, who is son of the sun god. So the Satyavrata, who is mentioned in the Damodarashtakam, I do not know whether he is the same personality. His name is also Satyavrata here. This is what I think. Any other names that you have heard this Vaivashvata Manu? Shraddhadev as well. His name is also Shraddhadev. Okay, so this is the Chaksha Udadi. Udadi is the water, Samplava is the inundation. We see these words more frequently sometimes when we are speaking about the in this devastating water. Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. So can I request next Jahna Kanya Mataji to for the third line, please?
Hare Krishna, yeah. Navya Rupyam Mahimayam. Navya, it means on the boat. Arupya, keeping on. Mahi, the earth. Mayam, drowned in. So what he's saying is, so there was a period that they call Chakshumanu. I don't know about that one, what it means. Chakshusa, the water. The period when there was lots of flooding, I suppose. And so the Lord keeping on, Arupya keeping on. So when there was a great flood, the Lord appeared in a fish form to keep the boat afloat so that it doesn't drown. So in a way, the Lord appeared and protected the boat and the people in it. That's what I understand it, Prabhu. So the water was so deep.
Yes.
Yeah, so they were, yeah, it was a bit of a scare. So the Lord appeared and saved the people in the boat. Or did he provide a boat, or was the boat there?
So boat was constructed by the sage.
Okay, so the boat was there, and the people were trying to escape, I suppose, and the Lord, it was so scary, and they were about to drown, but the Lord appeared as a fish to protect them. Did I get it correct, Prabhu? I don't know.
Yes,
Because
Mataji.
there was a threat of drowning.
Yes. So here in this line, so this one is kind of a this sentence Navyaropya apad vaivashtum manum. So here this comma and then mahimayam, it will another comma. It comes as between, as that because of that Navyaropya apad vaivashtum manum. So the Lord made him to be in the boat, or a kind of ark, gigantic ark. It is not small boat, it is ark. And then all these living entities, they climb down to that big ark. Like there was also some English movie about one person who some kind of god was appearing to him that the earth is going to be inundated in due course of time, and then all the animals are coming into that boat. He was constructing ark. So this is kind of, it is actually they have got this concept from here. Navi Aropya Mahimayam Apad Vaivhatum Manu. He protected all this. Okay, so thank you.
So Prabhu, did he just protect the Manu and left the rest?
No,
Because
Manu.
one boat couldn't save the whole world.
Yes, it is a big ark, and he has collected the Manu. We will see that one in the later on in the Srimad-Bhagavatam. Vaishvata Manu, and he gathered all the essential, the sages, the seven sages, and also the seeds, grains, and also some important things in animals as well, all the required ones, so that next it will be there for so much of time, and once this water goes down, and once again they can restart their life freshly, like the Satyuga. So that is Yes, there are so many people. Humans are also existed. I think he might have collected people as well, but they need some to um, create the progeny as well. But we would see those details more later on.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji. Can I request next Gauringa Mataji? So for the last line, please. Apad Vaibhasudam Manum.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Apa Vaivasvatam Manu is the sorry. Yes, yeah. Manu, the father of man. Then Apat means yeah, yes, Apat means protect. Then Vaivasvat means Vaivasvat Manu is the father of human. So the God protect first human father, and he is coming to Tron. By Tron is a Manu. Then the first of human father telling to I cannot say Prabhuji. I cannot explain.
You are speaking nicely, Mataji. Yes. The Lord protected Vaibhasudam Manu.
Yes,
Who
Prabhuji.
is the father of man for the individual within this Manvantara. Thank you so much, Gauringi Mataji. Can I request Asha Mataji so to say the overall the translation or the understanding of this verse, please?
Sorry, Prabhu, you want me to do the
Yes, Mataji. So this is the entire verse. So maybe the translation is the meaning of it. So what you understand from here. So you can explain in your own words, Mataji.
whole sloka, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji.
Sorry, Prabhu. So the Lord took the rubum, a form of a matsyam, a fish, to keep the from the to save the Manu, who is Vaivashvatam, the father of man, and he protected from the flood. Uh, 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 so he keep to keep them on a boat. So he took the form of a fish. Uh, so the Lord took the form of a fish to protect the manor uh, uh, from a flood of from a flood. Sorry, I couldn't put the words together.
So you're explaining nicely, Mataji. Yes, so the Lord has accepted the form of a fish to protect the Manu. So during at the end of the Chakrusha Manvantara, before the Vaibhasutta Manvantara.
Or is it before the Vaishya? I didn't.
Yes, so we are in the Vaibhasutta Manvantara, and we are in. This is the cycle of 28th cycle of Vaivashva Manvantara. So there are also explained like Chakshusha Manvantara and Vaishnu. The first is Swayambhu Manu, and then later on so many other Manus. So 14 Manus have been mentioned in the scriptures. So we are this Vaivashva Manu is the seventh Manu, and this is the midday of Brahma. And it is midday of Brahma, and also he is more than 50 years now. Dviparada. So his life is calculated as the two halves, the first half and second half. So and also in the scripture it is mentioned that he lives 100 years. That means second half means it is second. He is in the second half of it. Out of that, Swayambhumanu appeared, and out of the Swayambhumanu again, out of those 14 Manvantaras, we are in the seventh Manvantara. We are at the end of nearer to 50% of the Manvantara. And out of that, okay, once again, this is 28th cycle of Manvantara. And within that, we are in the age of Kali. See, it is when we are going and seeing this all the time period duration. It is so wonderful how big it is, the Brahma's lifespan. Okay, this is the Lord accepts this form. Lord accepts so many other forms as well, but here is the for the pastimes. Rupam sajjugrihe mastyam chakshodi samplave navyaropya mahimayam apad vayuhitum manum. So now I request dear devotees again take turns in the sequence as you have done before, and then try to remember this verse. I request later on. Usha, can I request Usha Mataji? If you are able to remember on the fourth time, you can just close your eyes and recite the verse, please.
Yes, yes. Mm. रूपं स च गृहे मह्यं चाक्षुषोदति सम्प्लवे नाव्यारोप्य महिमैयां पादेव स्वं मनुम् रूपं स च गृहे मह्यं चाक्षुषोदति सम्प्लवे नाव्यारोप्य महिमैयाम् अपादेव स्वं मनुम् रूपं स च गृहे मत्स्यं चाक्षुषोदति सम्प्लवे नाव्यारोप्य महिमय्यम् अपादेव स्वं मनु. Just try to remove the word.
Yes, Mataji.
रूपं स च गृहे चाक्षुषोदति सम्प्लवे महिमय नाव्यारोप्य महिमय्यम् मनु महिमय्यम् अपादेवस्त्वं मनु. First line I remember, the second line I have to look.
Yeah, I have another go, Mataji.
रूपं स च गृहे मह्यं चाक्षुषोदति सम्प्लवे नाव्यारोप्य महिमय्याम् अपादेवस्त्वमनु. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. So you'll remember, Mataji. So I'll come back to you later on. Meanwhile, keep remembering everything. Can request Radha Shekha Mataji, please?
रूपं सजाग्रे मध्यं चक्षुषोदधि सम्प्लवे नाभि आरोप्यामयि मायम् अपाद्वैश्वस्वतं मनुम् रूपं सजाग्रे मध्यं चक्षुषोदधि सम्प्लवे नाभि आरोप्यामयि मायम् अपाद्वैश्वस्वतं मनुम् रूपं सजाग्रे मत्स्यं चक्षुषोदधि सम्प्लवे नाभि आरोप्य मयि मायम् उपाद्वैश्वस्वतं मनुम्.
Very nice. Now, without looking, Mataji, would you like to try?
Okay, I'm gonna peek probably. Rupam sajagre mai matyam matyam chakshusho tadi samplave navi aropya mai mayam apad Vaishvasvatam manum rupam sajagre matsyam rupam sajagre matsyam rupam sajagre matsyam chakshushodadi samplave navi aropya mai mayam navi aropya mai mayam navi aropya mai mayam apadvaishvayam manum apadvaishvatam manum apadvaishvatam manum rupam sajagre matyam chakshushodad samplave navi aropya mai mayam apadvaishvayam manum
Vaivasvatam Manum.
apadvaishvatam manum
Vaivasvatam.
Vaivashvatam manam Vaivashvatam manam Rupam sajagre matsyam chakshushodadi samplave navi aropya mai mayam apad Vaishva swatam manum.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Mataji. So keep meditating on that verse. I'll come back to you later on. Can I request Jahno Kanya Mataji next, please?
Hare Krishna. Rupam sajagrihe matsyam chakshusodai samprave navya can't see very well. Navya rupya mahimayam apavaishvashvatam manum rupam sajagrahi matsyam chakshusoda dhi samplave navya rupya mahimayam apadvaishvatam manum Rupam sajagrahi matsyam chakshusadhu samplave navya rupya mahimayam apadvaivashvatam manum. Go now. Rupam sagrihi matsyam chakshushodha chakshushodadhi samplave navya rupya mahimayam apadvaivashvatam manum.
Very beautiful, Mataji.
Rup, again? Did you want it again?
Yes, Mataji. Without looking.
Without looking, yeah. Rupam sajagrihe matsyam chakshushodadhi samplave navyarupyamahi mayam apad Vaivasvatam Vanum.
Very beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. So generally, whenever we are reciting this without looking 3 times, that means it automatically comes. It will keep on coming into our heart and mind all the time. So
But they're not as all easy as this one. Some are difficult, aren't they?
Yes, Mataji. Contemplating on this verse and what this word means. So later on in a day, while working, doing many things. So that way, we'll learn all these words and familiar with this easily. Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. Can I request Gaurangi Mataji next, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Rupam sajagrihe masyam chachusuddhati samplavi nabhya rupya mahimavyam apadaiva satam manam. Rupam sajagrihe masyam chachusuddhati samplavi nabhya rupya mahima महिमायम् आपैदासोतं मनुम् रूपं सहजागृहे मह्यं चाक्षुषोदधि सम्प्लवे नाभ्यारोप्य महिमय्यम् आपैदावसोतं मनुम्. Okay, I can try Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
रूपं सहजागृते मह्यं चाक्षुषोदधि सम्प्लवे नाभ्यारोप्यं 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 cannot Prabhuji. रूपं सजागृहे मह्यं चाक्षुषोदधि सम्प्लवे नाभ्यारोप्यं महिमयम् आपद आपदसतं मनम. Prabhuji, Jasil Prabhuji cannot do.
Very nicely recited, Mataji. You learned it. Apad Vaivasvatam Manum. You want to go once again, Mataji? One more go.
Okay, Prabhu. I will try, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Once time I have from here, then I can without look, Prabhuji. Rupam sajagrihe mashyam chachusuddhati samplavi nabhya rupyam mahimayam apaidavasatam manum. Rupam sajagrihe masyam chachusuddhati samplavi नाभ्यारोप्यं मह्यम् आपैद वैष्णव मनम. Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
You have done very good job. Thank you so much, Mataji. So likewise, keep meditating, Mataji. So I'll come back to you later on. Can I request Asha Mataji, please?
रूपं सजाग्रहे मत्स्यं चक्षुषोदादधि सम्प्लवे नावारोप्य महिमायं मह्यम् आवद्वैवश्वदं मनुम् रूपं सजाग्रहे मत्स्यं चक्षुषोदादधि सम्प्लवे नावारोप्य महिमायम् वैवश्वतं मनु रूपं सजाग्रहे मत्स्यं चक्षुषोदादधि सम्प्लवे नाव्यारोप्य महिमय्यम् वैवश्वतं मनु
No, Thakuraki.
रूपं स चक्रहे रूपं स चक्रहे मत्स्यं चक्षु 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 चक्षुसुदादति 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 संप्लवे न- 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 Navaropya, sorry, looking now. Ropya Mahimayam, Abad Vaivasvadam Man. Try one more time. Rubam Sajakrahe Matsyam. Sakshusudadadi Samblave Abam. Now, Navyaro, Navyaropya, 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 Mayam, Abba, Vaivashvadam, Manu.
Very nice. So, so likewise, you keep meditating, Mataji. So, Rupam Sajjagurhe Matsyam Chakshodisi Samplave Navyaropya Mahimayam Apad Vaivashutam Manum. It's a very beautiful verse, and just when we are doing, keep repeatedly, it will come to the mouth because these are directly addressing through the heart. Okay, so dear devotees, anyone would like to go? You wanted to try without looking this time? Who wanted? Yes, Mataji.
रूपं सजागृते मत्स्यं चाक्षुषुदति सम्प्लवे नाव्यारोप्य महिमय्यम् आपद्वेव स्वतं मनु.
Perfect. Very beautiful, Mataji.
Yes.
Anyone would like to try?
Thank you very much.
Shall I go, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Rupam Jagrihe Matsyam Chakshushadadihi Samplave Sadhad Chakshusadadhi Sadadhi Samplave Navyarupya Rup Navyarupya Mahimayam Apad Vaivas Vatamanum
Very nice.
Rupam Jagrahe Matsyam Chakshushodadhi Samprave Navyarupya Mahimayam Apad Vaivasvatam Manum Rupam Jagrahe Matsyam Chakshushodadhi Samprave Navyarupya Mahimayam Apad Vaivasvatam Manum. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very nice, Mataji. Thank you so much. Garinga Mataji, would you like to go?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, but I think I cannot do. Rupam sajagrihe matsyam chachursudhadi samplavi nabhyarupya mahimayam apadaiva swatam manum. Rupam sajagrihe masyam chachursudhadi samplavi nabhyarupya mahimayam apaida swatam manum. Rupam sajagrihe masyam chachursudhadi samplavi nabhyarupya mahimayam apadaiva satam manum. Okay. Rupam sajagrihe mayam masyam. Rupam sajagrihe masyam chachursudhadi samplavi नाप्यारोप्यम महिमय्यम नाप्यारोप्यम महिमय्यम आपदसोतम मनम. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, very nicely done, Mataji. It's a good job. Thank you so much. Okay. Can I request next Asha Mataji? You wanted to do one more final try?
First I want to look Prabhu.
Yes, Mata.
हेमस्यं चक्षुषूरादरि संलवे नवारोप्य महिमया वैवश्वदं मनुं रूपं सजग्रहेमस्यं चक्षुषूरादरि संलवे नव्यारोप्य महिमयम् अभट्वस्वतिं मनुं रूपं सजग्रहे रूपं स जग्रहे मत्स्यं चक्षुषूरादरि संभवे नव्यारोप्य महिमय्यम् अभट्वश्वस्वतिं वैवस्वदं मनुं रूपं स जग्रहे मह्यं मत्स्यं चक्षुषूरादरि संभवे नावारोप्य महिमय्यम् वैवश्वदं मनुं रूपं स जाग्रहे मत्स्यं चक्षुषूरादरि संप्लवे नवारोप्य महिमय्यम् वैवश्वदं मनुं.
Very nice. Very good. Thank you so much, Mataji. It is very good try. You have learned all these verses. Now we have been trying these verses from the first canto, second chapter, from starting from the Svaipum Samparo Dharmo Yato Bhakti Radokshaje. So there are 34 verses in the second chapter, and then here in this third chapter, the 44 verses. Out of those, we did 29 shlokas in the second chapter now, so here 15 shlokas here so far. So around we did 40 shlokas, 40 weeks we did it. It's been more than a year. The devotees are practicing these verses. So it is a reflect how many devotees they remember the previous verses, they're contemplating. If you just remember, I am not going to ask you to speak here, but you just contemplate. So you have learned it. If you have not remembering them, just go back and recite second chapter and third chapter continuously in your own time. When you are doing it loudly, then you will know why you have done like this. And then Lord also says, Janmuguhyam Bhagavatoya etat prabdheto naraha sayam pratar gunan bhaktya dukha gramad vimuchyate. Dukha gramad vimuchyate. He will be relieved from all kinds of worldly sorrows when you are doing this one morning and evening. So that's why never ever leave this one. So we are going to continue until end of this, at least 29 slokas of the third chapter. So can I request Gauringi Mataji to read the purport for this translation and purport, please? Gauringi Mataji, would you like to read translation and purport? If not available,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, did you call me Prabhuji?
yes, to read translation and purport, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you. I wasn't here. Translation. When there was a complete inundation after the period of the Manu and the whole world was deep within water. The Lord accept the crumb of a fish and protect Vaishnava Manu, keeping him up on the boat. According to Sri Pada Sridhara Swami, the original commenter on the Bhagavatam, there is not always a deviation after the change of every Manu, and yet this induction after the period of Kongsusa Chaksu Manu took place in order to show some wonder to Satyavasta, but Sri Jiva Goswami has given definite proofs from authoritative spiritual like Vishnu, Dharmodar, Tara, Markandeya, Purana, Harivamsa, etc. That there is always a deviation after the end of each and every Manu. Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti has also supported Srila Jiva Goswami, and he Sri Chakravarti has also um, quoted from Bhagavatam, Bhagavatam about this induction after each Manu. Apart from this, the Lord, in order to show special favor to Satyavrata, a devotee of the Lord, in this particular period, incarnate himself. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Many mistakes, Prabhuji. Sorry about that.
You have done very nicely, Mataji. You read nicely. Thank you so much. Okay, any other reflections, dear devotees? That is what Sloka learning from today for today. If you have got any reflections or you wanted to share anything on this purport or Prabhupada's explanations or from this verse or anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share, please. Hare Krishna. Okay, if there are no further additions to this one, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa.
Hare Krishna. I take it that that Manu was a pure soul. Yes. And so Krishna saved him in that way. Because the whole world was flooded And so there was a boat. How did he make that boat?
Yes, this the sage has made that boat, yes, with help
Oh,
of
right. So
maybe it may not be personally, but with the
yes.
support of many other people.
Yeah. And so he was in the boat, I suppose, with other people,
Yes,
and they were about to drown, but Krishna came in the nick of time and saved them. He appeared as a fish
yes.
and saved them, but it was really like a torrential flood. They probably had a monsoon or something. But not everybody was saved. Obviously, it's according to your karma, isn't it?
Yes, Mataji. So sometimes we may be seeing that in our day-to-day life. For example, someone is having some farm kind of thing. Once he is going to kill everything, for example, chicken or goats. Once I wanted to restart, then he will completely cleans out and then once again freshly restart, keeping one or two, something like that. Here it is the time for the Lord to wipe everything through the inundation and then protect a few people so that the age of Satyuga starts where Dharma is on the four legs. So this is Swayambhu Manu, Swarochisha Manu. Swarochisha is the son of Agnideva, and then Uttama, Tamasa, Raivata. These three children are the children of Priyavrata Maharaj, and then later on Chakusha Manvantara, and then Vaivasata. Vaivasata is son of sun god. Later on, eighth is Savarni, and Daksha Savarni, Brahma Savarni, Dharma Savarni, Rudra Savarni, Deva Savarni, Indra Savarni. These are the next coming, the future Manus. So when that time comes, the Lord somewhere or other, he protects them. So here we see Vaishvata Manu, he is son of the sun god, to whom this is Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita also, Imam Vivuspate Yogam Proktavan Aham Avyayam. I spoke this knowledge to Vivaswan, the sun god. And Vivaswan spoke to Vivaswan Manave Praha Manur Ikshvakave Abhavet. And Vivaswan spoke to his son, that is the Shraddhadev, that Vaivashra Manu. Vivaswan Manave Praha Manur Ikshvakave Abhavet. And this Manu spoke that knowledge to Ikshvaku, the king in that dynasty, his children. So where Lord Ramachandra has appeared. So the Lord protects all these essential personalities.
Haribol. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Any other questions?
I just want to say, when you unpack the words, how sweet the story is, and you understand it a lot easier.
Yes, Mataji. So it's Bhagavad Gita and Mahabharat, Ramayana, and yeah, many things. It would all come together, and also especially Prabhupada's purports. And then we relish all these times.
Yeah, we tend not to read the purport enough, really, because that's where the gist of it is, the explanation.
Yes, Mataji. That is the set of our ISKCON purport.
Yeah.
So that's why we do not even miss a single line of purport, Prabhupada's purport. So everything is a different reflection.
Yeah. Well, if most places you go to do reading, they skip past. It's the purport is the essence.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mataji. So for reflections. Okay, so any other points to share, or we shall conclude and go with chanting? Okay. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां
Danam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavijay Namo Namaha. Vaishnavinda Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna conscious day, everyone.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri
Hare Krishna.
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara